Hi guys, welcome back to Deep Junk Garage. I'm your host, Regular Bob, and today we're going to talk about the ugliest POS that I've ever seen. It's Camaro in front of us here. I'm not sure of the maker of this. I've looked it up online real quick. This is all it's stamped on the bottom of the car is D92 Camaro, which comes back to Z or Zymex diecast or Dyna wheels. In any case, I believe it's just a Chinese, cheap little Chinese knockoff that would end up in a dollar store, 4 or 5 cars to $1.50 package. It is cheaply built. The casting is wadded up. It looks like garbage. It is normally, on a normal day, this is one car I would just toss in the garbage. I wouldn't even look at it. But I keep telling myself, you got to get out of your wheelhouse, get out of your comfort zone, and do something different. With each one, I'm trying to get out there and do something a little bit different, and learn more. And if I can't take something like this in and do something with it, then how good am I? So let's take a look at it. It's got a decent looking IROC spoiler on the front. That casting is wadded up. Looks like it's squatted up there in the front. It's got a decent hood detail on it. The fender flares are okay. It's got some goofy casting lines down here at the rockers. The spoiler's a little over exaggerated in the back, and it's bent up on the right hand side. It is there's a D92 in the plastic in the bottom there, and they've so graciously given us not one set of leaf springs in the back, but I guess another set on the front. 4-wheel leaf spring Camaro. Pretty simple suspension. Got a cross flow muffler back there. I mean, it's just garbage. I would kick this thing to the curb, but we need a challenge. I need to step out of my comfort zone, and this is just begging for it. So what do we do? What do you think, guys? I'm thinking maybe go back to race car, IROC kind of style race car. I know the cars were sold off afterwards, and they went to different forms of racing, SCCA racing and such like that. But I think maybe we can do something with it. So let's give it a whirl. Let's check it out. I've already drilled the one post front there. Get this glass out without popping it. Right. Righto, he says. Okay. And like that. So we've got an interior that's pretty much useless. We've got a chassis that's almost as useless. The windows, front and rear glass with the side all in one shot there. I managed not to break that. And last but not least, the body. Look at all that pleasure. So I guess we're just going to dive into it. One way or another, we're going to make something of it. We'll throw this thing in the stripper and see what kind of ugliness lies under that paint, and get us a battle plan and see what we can do with it. Alright, and fresh out of the stripper, we've got the dirty track hoe Camaro. A little yellow hanging on for dear life. And I mocked it up with some yellow Goodyear Eagles from a NASCAR, a donor car. And so far our outlay in this car is $0, and that's about, you get what you pay for. I did work a little bit on that spoiler, laid it down. It's going to need quite a bit of work casting wise. Same car that the wheels and tires come from. May get some interior pieces out of. This chassis, I don't know if I'll use it, but I had to get rid of those leaf springs up front and that crosswheel muffler in the back. That had to go. Actually, when you get it apart and get it stripped down, some of these, for a cheapie, it might do what it might do. Jury's still out, but I think you can get the idea and see what I'm going for on it. And you got a few coats of paint on the dirty track hoe Camaro. Old dirty track hoe. That is, what is that? What do they use? TS12, Tamiya TS12 orange. About 4 coats of that on there. It looks like a good stock car kind of color. And starting to mock it up with that chassis, using some of the roll cage and stuff from the other car. Needs to be set down a little bit, sitting a little high right now, but it's just really a quick weekend build to get me back in the swing of things after some back surgery. Not too shabby. Alright guys, if you want to know what 24 hours and zero money gets you, this is it. The dirty track hoe. Our Camaro IROC cheapy Chinese knockoff race car that I started with a day earlier is now a slightly better looking Chinese knockoff IROC race car. I needed something to keep my mind busy for a little bit and reached in, and I don't even know why this was still there. It should have been thrown out, but it was. So stripping it's bad. I mean, it's still bad. There was a lot of work done to it. You started up front to the A-pillars. I took a lot of metal out of those stupid A-pillars. Were real huge. The spoiler was bent. I bent it back and took some material off of it. The front end was kind of wanky. I straightened up the front end the best I could. A lot of hand sanding. Both sides of the rockers had needed straightened up. I combined it with a Toyota Camry NASCAR race car. So the interior, the cage, seat, dash piece and all that is all Camry, and that was a car that was donated also, so zero outlay there. The same Camaro chassis as it had, using a fuel cell from the Toyota. The paint is Tamiya TS12, just an aerosol. Shot it, a couple 4 coats of that. No primer. Laid some decals down than I had from a model car from who knows where and how long ago, and sealed it all up with some automotive lacquer, some clear lacquer. Not anything elaborate. I apologize. I'd like to bring you guys some better stuff. This was just something to pass the time. I had that back surgery and I could not watch any more TV, so I grabbed at this and ran with it. Coming up though, we will have some better stuff for you, I promise. This week here, June 1st, Saturday, I'm going to drop a video. I'm back on track on my van for the 70s Vantastic build. It is a 70s custom van build that I'm doing with Hodges, Hot Wheels and Diecast, Outlaw Speed Shop, and Diecast Resurrection. And we're doing 70s vans, custom vans. It's going to be a pretty epic, sexy deal. So you want to check that out. And then after that, I've got some cars lined up that, you know, some different stuff. I'm trying to mix it up, keep it different. But I think you'll like what's coming up. If you've, again, I apologize for this not being really, you know, all that spectacular. What I've got coming up is going to get better, I promise. I appreciate everyone for stopping by, checking out and subscribing. It's definitely appreciated. If you're new and you dig what's going on, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you. And again, June 1st, Saturday, June 1st, look for the van build off, and then we're going to get going and on the other side, we'll be back to building some, you know, some better stuff, get some more quality on this channel. It's deep junk 24-hour build stuff. Hey, I appreciate everyone. We'll see you in the next one.